the money, you'll leave me alone like you promised.
Sure.
You won't bother me anymore.
Sure, sure.
Up his at her. You don't mean that. I sleep with it now. You hang it safe.
Easy, Cruncher.
Tone it up.
Come here, Lucas. Go ahead. Don't waste your time. I'll handle him.
Remember, Mitchell said we'd lay iron on nobody.
I don't care what Mitchell said.
I don't like that creep.
But you said I'd just be tied up. Make it look like a kidnapping.
Did we say that? Huh? Say when, Frank.
I got it all.
All right, Dave, get the car started.
Cruncher.
Start dragging, Frank.
Let's go, Cruncher.
Get dragging.
Don't leave me alone with him, please. Don't leave me alone with him.
So you don't like my company, huh? Well, I can fix that.
Any luck yet?
Well, we're still checking for prints. Tied hand and foot, then murder. Looks like the work of a maniac.
I got an answer to my teletype. There have been similar crimes in other cities. Same pattern, same M.O.
Oh, then there's more to this than we think,
Yeah, and it's been taken out of our hands. Top brass believes it's an organized mob working some kind of a racket. They've assigned an undercover man. The strategy is infiltration.
Tightroper, eh? Who is he?
I don't know a thing about him except that he's a member of a police force of another city. And he won't even be working with us here. He picked up the trail in the southwest.
Well, he's got a job cut out for himself.
He has. Him and me both, Lieutenant. How do you break this kind of news to a wife and 2 kids?
When you work undercover, it takes you to a lot of places. This time, the trail led to a city in the southwest where a rough mob made its headquarters. The gang leader was a big spending gambler named Mitchell. The local police had plenty of suspicion, but not enough evidence. My job was to infiltrate and nail them before there were any more killings. Getting into Mitchell's club was no problem. The ticket of admission was a sawbuck to the right cab driver. Getting in to see Mitchell was something else. I was playing that by ear.
7 and a loser. Take the inside, pay the outside. That bad old 7. One good one makes up for all the bad ones. Place your bets. All right, we're coming out with a brand new shooter. The man with the glasses makes all the passes. Don't forget that lucky field.
You're crowding me.
Try the back of the train.
No, I like the front.
This was the Cruncher. You could see the cruelty in his eyes. Bad news, right off the obituary page. I had a feeling that the Cruncher might give me the in to Mitchell.
7 a loser.
Give me the dice.
Next shooter's down here.
You're gonna shoot the dice for me, baby. And I got a real crazy feeling.
Come on, let's get out.
Hey. Hold this. Come on now, you gotta shoot the dice.
Please.
We're shooting 1,000, Davy and me.
1,000 goes.
All right, pass the dice. You're holding up the action. 500 on the line, coming out.
Coming out.
Mister, you shoot those dice, I'm gonna grind them into your eyes.
Get lost. Your head's on wrong.
Craps a loser.
I guess the dice got contaminated.
Come on, you don't want to make trouble here.
I'll get you, punk.
You do that.
Thanks.
Pleasure.
Your bets down.
Doubling up. 1,000 on the line. Taking the Cruncher out didn't bring the response I thought it might. So, I went for broke on Mitchell's money. This time, I got the response I wanted.
right, Frank.
I understand you wanted to see me.
Come down off the ceiling, Sonny. You owe me $5 grand,
You've got my checks?
but you don't have a bank account.
I'm broke. I thought this was my lucky day, but I was wrong. I'll pay you sometime.
I let you ride that $5 grand, then you owe me. I got a use for you.
I'm afraid I'm a little busy.
Look, pal, you'll never get past the alley. I got some phone specialists out there, real breakaway boys.
Yeah, I handled one a few minutes ago.
So I heard. But you should see Cruncher go in the dark, like in an alley, with help.
Well, maybe I could wash dishes, huh?
$5,000 worth? I got some dirty laundry you're gonna handle.
Why do I pick it up?
A salon, the Black Cat. Guy named Kennedy owns it. He owes me 50 big ones. You collect it, the fee's 10%, what you owe me.
Why not one of your own boys?
Well, they'd have a gun in their faces as soon as they got inside the place. Kennedy knows them.
Rough man, huh?
Real rough. That's how he's held out on the 50 G's. Now, what'll it be for you? Kennedy or the alley?
Well, I never did care for alleys.
For this laundry, you better have an iron.
I won't need it. See you in about an hour.
There'll be a car waiting for you, if you get out alive.
$1.50 a drink. Hey, you, come here. What do you got up there, a license to steal?
Oh, wait a minute, bud.
No, you wait a minute. Where do you get off charging $1.50 a drink?
Pay up and leave.
Not on your life. You're not playing me for a sucker.
What seems to be the trouble?
Hey, you're running a clip joint here. That's the trouble.
Well, there's no need to get upset. Let's talk it over. Listen here, Chiefy. You want free pretzels and a 2-bit beer, you're on the wrong side of town. You come in here to drink, you keep your voice down, and get your money up.
Oh, I didn't come here to drink. I came here to collect $50,000 for Bill Mitchell. If I see that gun in your hand on the way out, I'll break it off.
Break it on my wrist.
Well, now we both know where the gun is. Get the money. Come on, get the money.
Without a gun?
I'm a very persuasive guy. How about some new credit? I feel very lucky.
Oh, knock it off. You can't win out there. What do you want to waste your time for? Sit down. Come on, sit down. Oh, stop playing hard to get. You know you're good. I got a going business. You're good enough for me to need you. So, let's talk money.
Let's talk a lot of money. Because you're worried. Cruncher's getting out of line. You need somebody to handle him, like me. So if we're going to talk a deal, it's got to be on my terms.
All right. Let's talk.
What's this creep doing here?
Take it easy. He's a new member of the team.
A new member?
Any objections?
No, no objections. Now I don't have to look for you.
I always like to be accommodating.
I like to bring you big guys down. You make a lot of noise when you fall.
Come on, let's get with it.
Now, there's Border City, about 600 miles west of here. Now, there's the bank. Border City Federal. The first of every month is anywhere between $400,000 and $1 million in cash.
Looks like a toy. It's easy to break.
There's Chase Smith. He's the vice president of the bank. He's a big wheel around town. He's on the city council and a half a dozen other community projects. Now, next, we rode to the outskirts of town, you know, the plush district. That's Chase Smith's house. It's his wife and 2 kids out front.
All right, that's enough. Chase Smith. Nice name. Really got it made. He's our man.
Chase Smith, huh? All I want for Christmas is a little time with that.
Not this time, Cruncher. That's an order.
Who's gonna carry it out? Hey, don't be in a hurry. Sometimes it talks back to me. When we finish this job, mister, I'm gonna come at you good.
I'll be there. When we got to Border City, Mitchell briefed me on our first move. The scheme had its roots in heartbreak. Heartbreak for Chase Smith, vice president of the Border City Bank. I hated to be part of it, but they'd have pulled it off with or without me. I have $25,000 I'd like to deposit, Mr. Smith.
In cash?
I know it's a bit unusual, but I can explain that, too, in a few days.
Well, it's customary for us to be familiar with the operation of our depositors.
Well, I don't like to carry $25,000 around with me. Perhaps I'd better go to another bank.
No, that's not necessary, Mr. Williams. We can make an exception.
Fine.
I'll, have one of our tellers handle this.
Thank you. We waited 1 hour, then made the next move. I was still playing it by ear, but sometimes the tune sounded like a funeral march.
You changed your mind rather quickly about locating in Border City, Mr. Williams.
Well, things happen.
Well, call a teller to get your money.
I wouldn't do that. I think you'd better handle this yourself.
But this is for $50,000. You deposited $25,000.
That's right, Steve. Steve Thompson, not Chase Smith. That was your name 20 years ago.
You've made a mistake.
No, you did. Armed robbery, wasn't it? You and a couple other punks knocked off a gas station. What if that got out, Steve? What if the people found out that the Honorable Chase Smith was really an ex-con? What about the bank officials? What about your wife and kids?
I was 18 years old.
You also did 1 year and 6 months at Joliet. You left that all behind you when you moved to the Southwest. Even your name. At least you thought you did.
How did you find out?
It's a business finding out. Now get the money. Oh. In case you should get ideas. You remember the guy who was with me earlier? He's a professional killer. He's at your house right now, fixing your television set, as you ordered.
Not my family.
Go ahead, make the call, just to make sure.
Martha?
I didn't expect you to call before noon.
Just spur of the moment, darling.
That's very sweet. By the way, darling, you were silly. There was nothing wrong with the TV set. Why did you have a repairman sent out?
It's the picture. It's a little fuzzy. Just let him fix it, dear.
Whatever you say.
Thank you. Bye, Martha.
Get the money.
Call this number tomorrow, we'll tell you the rest of it.
Please, I don't want to get involved in anything else.
You're already involved. Besides, we're going to show you how to get your money back.
Please! It was a racket dipped in filth. Blackmail. Smith was caught in a ringer, and they wouldn't stop squeezing until he was dried out. Or dead. I had to stop it. Somehow. Or maybe both of us would be dead.
Stand your sudden decision. Why aren't you going with us?
A trip to California would be good for you and the children. Perhaps I'll join you there.
But you're the one that needs the vacation, not us.
It's not so easy. Things come up.
Like what?
You'd like a rundown on the problems of the bank?
I'm more interested in yours. Something's wrong, Chase. What is it?
There's nothing wrong. I want you and the children to go to California. I should think you'd jump at the chance.
I'd love the idea, but I don't like...
I'm staying here because I've got to stay here. Is that completely clear?
No.
I've already made airline reservations for you and the children. I insist that you go.
Chase,
Your flight leaves tomorrow morning. You can pack tonight.
Final call. Mainliner flight 62 now boarding has gone for escape number 21.
There'll be somebody on the other end in L.A. just in case.
I have a gun. I could kill you here and now.
That way everybody loses. My way everybody wins.
No, I can't win. I don't hold any cards.
At least take a look at them. Then look over your shoulder. I was so close to getting it, I could smell the flowers. One quick move from Smith, and the cruncher would be happy to open up on both of us. I could see that on the cruncher's face. Money or no money, he was kind of hoping it would go that way. It didn't.
What do you want of me?
You've got a date with a kidnapping. Tomorrow night.
A kidnapping?
That's right. After we take you, the bank gets heisted. You'll open it for us. Stick-up will cover the $25,000 shortage. We'll take exactly $375,000. You can mark it down as an even $400,000.
How low can you get?
This is a one-way street, Smith. If we don't make it, you're a dead man. You have family, too. I had to make it look hopeless for him. Completely hopeless. It made me sick to do it, but it's the kind of sickness you're forced to feel on the tightrope. There'd been no chance to contact the police. I was locked in. Once the capers started, I'd never been out of sight of at least one member of the gang. And now I had the cruncher for a companion. Smith arrived home from work just like any normal day. I had no idea of knowing if I had pressured him into some police action. All I knew for sure was I hadn't made a contact. Now Mitchell came up with a kicker. He pushed up the time of the heist 3 hours. I shot a look at Smith to see if this was a rock in his plans. If it was, there was no crack in his expression.
Please, give me a break.
Since when do ex-cons get breaks?
I was just a kid. I paid for what I did.
You're caught up in it. You and your family. There's no way out.
I'd kill myself if I thought it'd do any good.
Then your kids get it. I handle that personally.
Shut up, Cruncher.
Boss. Don't push it too far. Huh, boss?
Mitchell waited until the last moment to define the escape hatch. It was to be by car. 3 of us would take Smith into the bank. Dave would wait in the car. Mitchell was to be picked up in front of the hotel. Then we'd drive out across the desert. I had plenty to worry about, and the cruncher wasn't making it any easier.
Why do you keep looking at your watch? You expecting somebody?
I just want to get it over with.
Don't be in such a hurry. When we finish this, I start on you. You gotta look like you've been kidnapped, huh? I gotta make this look real good.
Wait a minute. I might kill him. Who needs it?
Me? Oh, I've been hoping you'd make a move, big boy. Now I'm gonna topple you. Too bad that night watchman had to kill you with a quick shot.
That's what you're gonna tell Mitchell, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hey, he likes you. Maybe he'll even send you flowers.
What about him?
He wants to live, he says what I say. to see what your face looks like when your guts light up.
Finished playing?
He's gonna be awful mean when he wakes up.
I'll put him to sleep again. You drag the sacks, I'll drag him. You'll get over it. You'll get used to this, too. It'll be a lot easier the next time it happens.
The next time?
Sure, we'll be back. I don't know when, but we'll be back. You're on the hook and you're gonna stay there. And remember this. As long as he's loose, your family's in real trouble. Now remember that. Good. Come on, John L.
Accident up ahead. So what? Keep going. It's a roadblock. Now get around it.
Police wrapped it up. One man got away. Me.
Hold it, big guy.
It turned out there were two.
I got bullets in it this time. It's too bad you don't pack a rod, big guy, because I'm going to bring you down. I want to see your face when you fall.
Was out of my own personal account. Everything that we'd saved.
We know that. Mitchell's filthy racket was based on fear. He had a complete file on men like you. Men who had served a prison term, then tried to make a new life for themselves.
And all these years you kept that secret. You never told me.
What made you decide to call us?
That big fellow talked once too much. When he told me that they'd be back, that my family would always be in danger, I realized I had no alternative but to call the police. I really don't know that I'd have done it if he hadn't made that one big mistake.
Lucky for us, he made that one slip. But then they always do. They always make one slip-up.
I'm back in the jungle, trying to make a connection. For the past couple of blocks, a guy has been following me. Or maybe I'm just jumping in shadows. But it's like that with me. I can make one mistake in this never-never land between law and outlaw. Only one. Then there'll be someone else walking in my shoes. The rest of me will be buried. Somebody's got to go this route, and I've been tapped for it. I've got to play along till we bust the last gangster. Or maybe that's just a foolish dream. It's something to think about. I think about it all the time on the tightrope.